your strategies this year really helped us. We doubled in income this year, and I
Awesome.
credit that to you and giving me the courage and strategies to use.
That's super fun. I'm so proud of you.
Feeling supported by you was huge because a lot of times as entrepreneurs, we don't know who to talk to or have guidance from. So that was a big change too. Just knowing if I had a question, I've got somebody I can ask. And you've always been so helpful when I was able to ask that. So I just appreciate your support and wisdom too, because I don't have any background in business. I'm a school teacher. But I absolutely am passionate about photography and need to grow in the sales and marketing aspect and just how to talk to clients. So you've provided all of that, which is fantastic.
Hey, Ashley, welcome. Thanks so much for doing this little interview with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm really excited to chat today.
Absolutely. So, you've been a member of the Rapid Bookings community for a while. Can you just start off by saying how long have you been a wedding photographer?
Sure. Yeah, we've been in the wedding industry going on 11 years this year, and we absolutely love it.
Yeah, and I know you have a pretty incredible team behind you. Could you tell us like who's part of that team?
Absolutely. We've really been blessed with some incredible talent that we get to work with. My husband is part of the company as well. So I handle the photography side and he does video. And then we have several members of the team that we work with for photo and video.
When you were starting off, did you always have this idea of having this quote unquote dream team behind you?
I'm telling you, we have the dream team. I 100% agree with that statement. But when we first started out, I got into photography accidentally, I guess you could say. I had always had a interest in photography. Like in high school, I had some friends that had cameras, and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool," but I never thought of it as something that I could do as a profession. Um, I don't know why, because I've always been kind of artistic and loved art and everything that the creative job offers. But after college, I was working, and a friend said, "Hey, my daughter needs senior pictures. You're creative. Can you take them?" I said, "Well, I don't even have a professional camera," but she said, "Okay." So I tried it, and then boom, just exploded from there, and just word of mouth and opportunities happened. And now it's like, wow, I could not believe how far I've come. And our passion is capturing those moments, but capturing them with excellence, and seeing the importance of quality and really having a team behind you that works in excellence and creativity is just really key to what we're doing. So we know we're providing our clients with a great experience, but then also photos and video that they're proud to show to others and love forever. So yeah, once we started getting busy, I said we got to have the team. We want to be the top. We want to be the name that people think of in this area for their photo and video needs. Absolutely.
What do you think was the reason you thought you couldn't make wedding photography into a full-time career? Because, that seems to be a lot of people that are starting out right now, and even inside the program, they all had that thought at some point.
um Marketing, social media marketing, all of those things I had no idea about. Even bookkeeping, no clue. So I didn't even know where to start as far as being a business owner. I knew I could, capture those moments and I love talking to people, but there were so many missing pieces that I didn't have and that I needed to learn in order to become successful. So that's why I was so thankful to find you, because I was missing these pieces and your program really helped me with confidence and providing those details that I needed in my own, business mind.
Just in a nutshell, like what were some of your dreams and goals um, when you're coming along this journey of trying to become this, wedding photographer?
Well, personally, uh, my husband and I, we just want to have more time with family. Okay. We don't want to be tied to the 9 to 5. We don't want to be tied to, waking up and spending 10, 12 hours a day for someone else when we could do that were our own self. And we wanted to be able to show our kids, hey, you can work hard, you can pursue your dreams, and you can do it. So, other goals were just letting people have memories that they love. So many times I had seen friends or other brides or people posting how they didn't have the best experience with a photographer or a videographer, or this was missed, or this was just something they were embarrassed to post, or, unusable images or whatnot.
If I just understand you correctly, one was to not just spend your life working for somebody else, and second was to actually set an example for your children that you can do something that you really enjoy and love. But then on a higher level, you were very motivated to make sure the couples have such a wonderful wedding experience. Does that kind of sum things up?
Absolutely. You nailed it on the head.
Let's just talk a little bit more about, in terms of marketing, what were you really doing to generate leads and clients?
Absolutely nothing, honestly. Word of mouth is what I really depended on this first few years. I had no idea how to market. I had started like a Facebook page and would post on there and people would comment, but as far as marketing and all of that, we really didn't have any idea of where to start with that, and how to generate leads and go through those conversations. We really started with emphasizing marketing and the importance of it and learning how to do all that in the last year and a half, which is when we saw exponential growth. Imagine that, right? But yeah, we were really fortunate and blessed. The majority of the beginning of everything was word of mouth. So I am thankful for that because it really developed our reputation in the community. Because what's a better promotion than people's opinions? So, you know, people promote things that they love. And so I'm really honored that we had such great reviews that people wanted to refer us to other people. So we really built great clientele and following just from people sharing. But we saw such a big difference once we started implementing those marketing tools in the last year and a half, more purposefully implementing marketing. Yeah.
Sure, that makes a ton of sense. Everyone does get started with, word of mouth and referrals. And you've been in business for about 10 years. And you said last year or so, that's when you started implementing more marketing. What was your kind of motivation behind that? Why that sudden change to try to grow your business?
We just got tired of the 9 to 5. And, my husband works for a company, but the company that he's working for, he's 6 days a week, sometimes 10 to 12 hours a day. And for what? Like, he's missing time with his kids. His kids are missing him. He's missing, family time. And, we just keep having these conversations like, why would I go and spend 10 to 12 hours for someone else when we deserve to put that much time and effort into our own passion? So that was one really big drive, is we can do this. We have the talent. We have the skill, we have the knowledge. We're not producing subpar work. We're really proud, and we've been recognized for the quality that we generate. And so we just want to be able to push forward and move higher with the opportunities and the business, because we love it. And it's something that we really just want to do for our family.
Sure. And what were some of your biggest frustrations with, before, getting into rapid bookings and getting the help and whatnot? In general, what were some of your frustrations with trying to grow the business?
Talking with the client and not selling myself short. I would be like, oh, you can only do it for $10. Okay, I'll do it for $10. And just severely undercutting myself to where I was not profitable. I wasn't happy because I was just working all the time and making no money then at that point either. And it's not just about the money, but you have to make a living. And as we, become more knowledgeable in this profession, the equipment, you have to have professional stuff. I have to be prepared. And so, yeah, knowing how to talk to clients, feeling confident, my lack of confidence. I guess I like to call it the imposter syndrome, and I still deal with it a lot of times, is just not feeling like I'm actually qualified. But Rapid Bookings really gave me the verbiage and the confidence that I needed to be able to speak with clients, present confidently, and then, make sure that they are completely satisfied with the whole process. That was very helpful.
So would you say your main reason for having that lack of confidence was just not knowing the business side of things or the marketing side of things, or knowing what to say? Is that what really caused it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I've always been a people person. I love people. I've said that previously, but not knowing exactly what to say because I had no business background. I didn't have any confidence in it. Like, there is no way I can do this business. I have no idea what to say. I have no idea how to run this. So that was definitely my personal hang up for sure.
Got it. Makes sense. And what really made you want to work with an expert and get that help in those areas?
Because you're an expert.
Well, how did you know I was the right expert for you to work with?
I know. I loved your personality. You were incredibly organized. You were encouraging. You made me know and feel like I can definitely get you to where you need to be. Follow these steps. Okay, do what I'm telling you to do, and it'll happen for you. So knowing what to say, being able to practice those. One thing that I really appreciate about you is you always offered the opportunity to, let's review the meetings that you've had with a client. Let's see what you said wrong. Let's see how you could improve. So just knowing that you were there to be like, let me really walk you through the best practices was huge for me. I guess folks that go to business school, they have that opportunity in business school to walk through those practices. But I didn't go to business school. So you had the template laid out, the plan, the support groups in place. And I really appreciate the Facebook group, just being able to collaborate with other people and bounce ideas off of, or questions or something like that. Building a community is the biggest thing. It takes a village, not just to raise children, but to be successful in anything. You can't do it by yourself. So another reason I have an incredible team to work with. We can't do this alone. So our success is really dependent on how far we push each other up.
Sure. Thanks, Ashley. I really appreciate those kind words. What would you say were your biggest lessons or key takeaways from, being inside the program?
How to structure the business, for sure, especially conversation, and answer client questions with confidence. And here's what it is. You want this? Great. It's going to take this. Bottom line. Like, really just having an understanding of not underselling myself. And here's what it is. Like, here's the cost. You go to McDonald's or another restaurant, cheeseburgers $5. Great. You don't ask the cashier, well, could I have it for $3? Nope. It costs $5. What you want costs $5. So, having that, and then understanding like the funnel process and how to really target in the market. That was also really big. And I'm able to go back. Like I told you earlier, I've got to go back and just refresh my mind. That's another reason I love the program, is I can go back and review. What did he say there? What do I need to practice? How do I do this again? And you only get better with things as you have repetition and repeated practice. And so I appreciate that too. It's not just a one-time conversation. I can go back and really just review, redo, and keep practicing until it becomes, something that's second nature without an issue.
To me, it sounds like you got a little boost in your confidence when you were saying, because, when you were saying, this is what I do, how much I charge, it's kind of non-negotiable. Um, what do you think really helped you with that confidence?
After after going through the process the first time, and the client was like, okay, where do I sign? Like, oh, that was easy. There was no like, well, can I, or confusion. It was just, this is what it is, black and white, here it is. And, everybody walked away happy and confident. And the client, was thrilled, rave reviews, shot the wedding, and it was superb. So it just made the process very easy, very easy.
Got it. I mean, if you remember, how much was that wedding for that you booked that one?
5,000.
Cool. Were you happy with that price?
Yeah, that was my top package.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so, what other type of results have you gotten from using the program?
Well, we've doubled income since starting the program. We've also gotten more national recognition, I guess, and awards. We've been recognized and published in some local wedding magazines as well. And I feel like our reputation in the community is growing as well.
Pretty awesome. Are you confident like what you've learned inside the program will keep helping you grow your business to the point you want to take it?
Absolutely. Yeah, because the foundational skills that are in there is what creates the foundation of your business. And so, like I said, the benefit of what you've done is you can go back, repeat, and review. So if I fall down one time, I can go back and see, where did I mess up? Oh, here it was. And just like anything, practice makes not perfect, because we aren't, but it definitely makes things wonderful. So yeah, and absolutely applying the strategies that you teach, and having that social community, knowing that you're there to be like, hey, how can I help? What questions do you have? Let's see where you went wrong. Having that second set of eyes kind of come in and look at it, is something that's going to help us continue to grow for sure.
Yeah. When you were starting out 10 years ago, if you went back in time and told that Ashley that, hey, in 10 years' time, I'll be a successful wedding photographer, I'll be doubling my income, I'll have this space, I'll have this recognition, this brand, what do you think she'd do?
Friend, let me tell you, okay, when I first started out, I was charging pennies, right? Like, to even think of charging $1,000 for a wedding, preposterous, not happening. Okay, no one will ever pay me that much money. That's crazy, right? That was my brain in the beginning. I think I was charging like $250 for a wedding. What? And to me, at that point, that was a lot. Okay, number one, I was just starting too, so I was like, this is a lot. Like, I don't understand. So then, like, seeing where people are actually paying $5,000, how much, I don't even know math right now to figure out the growth and change, but it is crazy. And so, like, my husband and I were got an extended business plan that we've been working on. He's been doing amazing things, revamping the website, and just the way we're doing our brochures and how we're having discussions with people. But we plan for increase even next year, some with what we're adding on. We're being able to add additional services like drone. That was something he never thought possible.
Got it. And in a nutshell, would you recommend Rapid Bookings to a friend or another wedding photographer?
Yeah, 100%. Write me down.
If someone's on the fence, they're like, not sure if I need an help, if I need an expert, if I need a program, maybe I can figure this out by myself, and they're just on the fence, what would you say to them?
Do not figure it out on your own. You have not walked that road before. Okay. All right. You would not walk down a road blindfolded and just figure out how to get to your destination. I mean, you could, but it's going to be really difficult. So take the hand of someone that has been up and down that road before, that knows where the potholes are, that knows what to look for, and learn along the way. Be supported. That's exactly what you do. You've been down this road. You've seen the potholes. Walk with you. Hello. That's it. Yeah, do not do it on your own. You can't do anything. You can do it on your own successfully, but gosh, when you have a team and a support system, you just skyrocket.
Thank you so much for sharing your story. I just want to say how proud I am of your transformation, all the great things that you're doing in your community, in your business. And yeah, thanks for sharing your story.
Thank you so much. Please stop by when you're back in Cincinnati, okay? If you're
I
ever
definitely
over,
will.
I'd love to have you over this way.
Thanks, Ashley. We'll chat again very soon. And again, I hope you have a great day.
Thanks, you too. Happy holidays.